This is a regular 6-string guitar tuned to drop D. Doesn't sound all that exciting, let's be real here. Here's how it sounds after running it through my Drop That Bird preset that you can get for free through the link in the description for the Archetype Gojira by Neural DSP. Now, of course, my name would not be Genbeard if I didn't find a way to drop a regular 6-string guitar down 1 or 2 octaves without even changing the tuning. This is done within the Archetype Gojira, and the way that I've done this is actually pretty cool. I saw this in a video that Neural DSP uploaded themselves. I want to try it out. The video shows a lot of cool things that you can do with the whole wow pedal, but it doesn't really show how to get a good tone when it comes to dropping down octaves, because as you can tell, if I take the wow pedal off, and I turn it back on, you can tell that some of the gain is getting lost in there for some reason. I'm gonna take a wild guess here and just gonna say that probably the wow pedal was not completely designed to transpose guitars all the way down to low tunings and have just the same clean sound. I think it's more like, obviously it's more designed to do shit like this. That's the stuff that Gojira does, and that's why the pedal is in there. But if we use the fatso on this pedal, turn the knob all the way to the wet side, it sounds super fucking dope. But I did have to change up the tone a lot. As you can see, the noise gate is almost maxed out. It's at minus 28.3, which is way more than I usually use, but that's also because this guitar is active pickup and it tends to create a bit more noise than my other guitars. If we take a look at the pedals, overdrive is on, the tone is at like 2 p.m, the level's also at like 2 p.m, and the distortion is like all the way down. Like there's like 5% distortion on it, and then the dirt pedal is also on with the distortion amped up a little bit higher. Volume is just at 12 o'clock, and the filter is at like 2 o'clock. Then we go to the amp themselves. Usually I use way less gain than I'm using on this amp. The reason why I had to do this is because I turned the gain down. You don't get those accents because obviously the noise gate is so high, but if I turn the noise gate down, it creates a lot more noise. So I had to keep the noise gate up that much and then turn the gain up more than I'm used to. Gets those little accents way better. Also the pick spray. Sounds way better like that. So that's why the gain's up that high. As for the settings in tone, this is very narrowed down to this specific guitar. This is the only guitar that I use these settings with. All my other guitars have completely different settings on the amp, which obviously you are gonna have to dial in for yourself. This is a preset that you get. This is how it comes. You'll have to dial the tone the way that you like it, obviously. I am using the EQ, not a lot, just boosting the 8 and the 16 hertz a bit, and then dragging down the 500 and the 1K a bit, and the 125 is a bit down as well. Other than that, all the other parameters are just exactly the same. This is personal preference. I just dialed this in like that to have like a minor difference in tone. You can completely turn this off and EQ it in post-production. That's on you how you want to do that. Like this is how it sounds with the EQ on. If I turn the EQ off, it sounds way muddier, but obviously you can just fix that in post-production, again, to the tone of your liking. As for the mics on the cab, I'm using a Ribbon 160 and a Dynamic 57. This also, once again, goes out to personal preference. I like this combo because it gives me a little more sharpness on the sound. Obviously, the positioning plays a big role in this. Move this to the side and it's gonna... It's a huge difference, but that's obviously also where a lot of the noise comes from. So you might want to figure out what you want to do with that. That's all up to you. And then obviously the last two pedals we're not using because that's just delay and reverb. If you listen to the difference, standard drop D. And then we turn that back on. Power chords sound a bit weird, but that's not why I designed this preset. This preset is literally made to gent, so you're not going to be using power chords anyway. That's all I want to do with it. That's why I did it. I don't always feel like playing my 8 string because it's a fucking surfboard. And if I could just use this preset on my 6 strings, it's all the same. I mean, if I take a 6 string, drop down to drop C, and I use this preset with the octaver drop down all the way, it's tuned like a 9 string. So there's no need for an 8 string, but you should get an 8 string. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to try out this preset for yourself and you have the Archetype Gojira, download it from the link in the description. It will take you to my website. The first pack is all my presets for Archetype Gojira. So you can just download them all, try them out, see if you like them. And if you like them, tag me if you post something with it. I would love to see what you guys can do with my presets and my personal flavor of this plugin. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.